Hi students, greetings of the day. I welcome you all for control system lectures. In previous class we have discussed what is mathematical model and how to get a mathematical modeling for mechanical rotational system. We have discussed different elements that are in mechanical rotational system and how to replicate the mechanical system in terms of a mechanical rotational system in terms of a mathematical expression in transfer function and differential equation. So in this class we are going to discuss analogous system. So the concept of analogous system is derived to replicate the system in terms of other domain. That means if a mechanical system, if you want to represent in terms of electrical system, you have to use analogous of it, right? This can be done only if the system characteristics are identical, right? So analogous system is something in the physical system, if you are representing in one form, that can be represented in another form by using analogous of it, right? There are different types of analogous system like force voltage analogous, force current analogous, torque voltage and torque current. Here what we are doing is we are replicating the mechanical system in terms of an electrical system. Either it could be voltage analogous or current analogous, right? So once we show how can we do this, then you will have a good idea on analogous system, and you can replicate and you can modify in whichever way you want to do it, right? Okay, then we'll start with analogous systems, force voltage analogous system. Then we'll proceed further with the different types of analogous systems. So in the first topic of analogous system, we have a force voltage analogous system, right? How to represent a force voltage analogous system. So consider a mechanical translatory system initially, right? Let us consider a mechanical translatory system. For example, we'll take For example, we'll be taking a spring mass damper in translatory motion. That is spring mass M and damper. Right, spring K, mass M and dashboard B. So the purpose of dashboard, as we discussed, it is used as a frictional element, right? And K is for stiffness. F of t is the output. So now I want to represent this system in terms of electrical system, right? So what is the differential equation we obtained for this system? In the previous class or two classes before, I think in the third class of our control system lectures, we discussed how to obtain a mathematical model for this system. So how we got it is f of t is equal to m into d square x by dt square plus b into dx by dt plus kx, right? This is the mechanical system, the representation of mechanical system in terms of a differential equation, right? So we'll consider this equation as equation A, right? We'll do it as equation A. Then let us consider an electrical system, RLC circuit, series RLC circuit, where we can take in this way. We have a voltage, input voltage V or V of t, and we have a resistor, and I think inductor it is. Just take. We'll take RLC as usual. So we have R, L and C. RLC circuit, right? Then current across the circuit is I. It is equal to, in terms of charge, it is dq by dt, right? R is the resistor, L is the inductor. Right now, if you write KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, for this equation, what we get is V of t. V of t is equal to Ri plus L into di by dt plus 1 by C integral I dt. Right? So we'll do one thing. We'll write I in terms of charge, that is I is dq by dt, right? I is dq by dt. So we'll substitute I is equal to substitute I is equal to dq by dt. What we get is V of t. V of t is equal to R into dq by dt plus L into di. Already it is a derivative of time, and if you are taking in terms of charge, how it will come? D square q by dt, right? Then what we have here is a derivative, and we have integral here. So what we can do, derivative integral cancel out, and we get q by c, right? Q by c. So this will take it as equation 2, or equation B, right? So if you observe the equation B and equation A, so can you find the similarities? See, we have a coefficient m, and it is shown in terms of L here, and x in terms of q here, and b in terms of r, and k in terms of q by c, isn't it? So if you compare A and B, what is the analogous you get, right? As the mechanical system, the voltage what we are giving, mechanical system, the force we are giving is the input. So actually what we are giving in electrical circuit, voltage circuit, we are giving voltage as input. So force will be analogous to voltage. So that is why this initial type is force voltage analogous, right? So when you are taking any system, you consider what are the inputs and what are the outputs, and what are the elements across the circuit, right? So input is nothing but voltage. In mechanical system, input is nothing but force, and output is nothing but displacement. In mechanical system, output we are taking is displacement. When the force is applied on a body, what is the displacement it is gaining? What is the displacement it is moving? Right? Output is displacement. Similarly, in electrical circuit, displacement is a charge. So what is the charge we are attaining when the voltage is applied? Right? So just correlate both A and B, and write down the analogous equations, analogous terms. So from from A and it is A and B. A and B, what we are getting is force is F, or F of t. We'll take it as F. That is analogous to voltage, and displacement, which is displacement is in output x, is analogous to what? Charge, right? Q here actually V. Then what are the left again? If you compare equation A and B, what is the analogous? M is analogous to R, right? Mass is analogous to, is it R or d square? He see here actually. M is analogous to L, right? So mass is analogous to, mass is M is analogous to inductance. capacitance L. Again, what is K? K is actually stiffness coefficient or spring. K is analogous to, in terms of C, you can see here, element wise we are comparing, it is Q by C, but element is actually C, reciprocal of C. So K is reciprocal of C, right? So resistance or what is that, spring or stiffness coefficient we can call. Yes, spring or stiffness coefficient. Stiffness coefficient or constant. Stiffness constant K is reciprocal of 1 by C. Reciprocal of capacitance. Then what are the terms, leftover terms? R. R is reciprocal to, resistance is reciprocal to dashpot here, right? See, derivative term, single derivative, and what is the single derivative here? And its coefficient is R and its coefficient is B. So analogous term of R is B. So in mechanical dashpot, or we can tell it as a viscous frictional coefficient. Dashpot or viscous frictional coefficient. What is that? B. It is analogous to R, resistance. Right. And is there any other terms left here? Yeah, current, right? Current. You can see actually the current across current is nothing but actually current is dq by dt. What we are taking as a charge, right? So if you are analoging current to charge in mechanical system, what is dx by dt? Dx by dt is nothing but velocity, right? So velocity is nothing but dx by dt, that is derivative of displacement. So derivative of displacement velocity V is analogous to current I, right? So this is about force voltage analogous, force voltage. So force, mechanical translatory force, we are representing in terms of electrical voltage circuit, right? So similarly, if you want to represent force to current, now we'll go with the second type of analogous system, that is force current analogy, right? So when you are writing current equations, what we are doing in circuits, we are taking KCL, right? So let us consider RLC circuit, parallel RLC circuit to represent current equations. I of t, resistor R, inductance L, and capacitance C. So output voltage at out, right? So let us consider force current equation and do apply KCL by applying KCL, Kirchhoff's current law. What we get is I of t is equal to C into dV by dt. So we are writing in terms of voltage, right? Then for inductance it is 1 by L into integral V dt plus for resistance V by R, I equal to V by R, right? This is for individual elements, and the algebraic sum of individual elements we are writing, right? Overall current is applied to resistor, inductor and capacitor. So this way we'll write it. And what we are trying to do is, here actually we don't have a term of second order derivative. We'll try to write voltage in terms of flux, right? We will write in terms of flux, current equation in terms of flux. So what happens if you are writing in terms of flux? Voltage is equal to dq by dt, right? I of t is equal to C into d square phi by dt square plus 1 by r d phi by dt plus phi by L. So we'll take this equation as C. This equation as C. Right? Now what we are trying to do is, we are analoging force mechanical translator system, that is we are having input as force and output as displacement, and we are analoging it in terms of a current circuit, right? Now just compare equation A and equation C. See, equation A is this is mechanical translatory system. You have the coefficient m d square x by dt square plus b into dx by dt plus kx. So just observe these terms and observe this equation and observe equation C, right? So here also, here we are representing x in terms of phi, right? There we have d square x by dt square, we have phi here, and similarly the coefficient is m there, here C it is. And for first order derivative, the coefficient is b, that is dashboard, and we have 1 by L here, 1 by L for spring constant K. So from A and C, comparing A and C, what we get is force analogous to force F of t is analogous to current I of t, right? Displacement, that is x, right? I have given what is their terms in first derivative, I mean first example, that is force voltage analogous. Here I am just writing their terms alone, right? So flux is phi, right? Then velocity v is analogous to, so here I will write velocity because we have voltage also. Don't confuse with voltage v and velocity v. Okay, or I will mention voltage v like this. Okay, so we have a charge, force is done, displacement is done, velocity is done, and what is left? Mass, that is C here. Mass m is analogous to capacitance C. Capacitance C. Then B, dashboard, is analogous to 1 by R, right? B is analogous to reciprocal of R. Then what is left? Spring constant is left. What is the spring constant analogous to? Right, 1 by L actually. And 1 by R also we can write it as a conductance, right? Remember, 1 by R actually is R is resistance and 1 by R is conductance. So K is analogous to 1 by L. So this is about force to current analogous, right? If you have any system, if they give any problem of mechanical system and if they ask you to write in terms of electrical system, we have to do this analogous thing, right? We need to represent, for representation sake, we need to convert mechanical elements into electrical elements. Either it could be voltage or it could be a current, right? Then we have two other systems, that is torque, rotational system, mechanical rotational system. What is a mechanical rotational system? Rotational system we have, that is torque. We have torque, right? We will be calculating for input torque, we will be calculating what is change in x, that is actually displacement, angular displacement theta, angular displacement theta. This is actually output, this is input, right? Now what we are trying to do, the next type is torque to voltage. Torque to voltage, it is as similar as force to voltage, what we did analogy. So let us consider equations, and side by side I will write it. Force torque to voltage. What is the torque equation? For the same system we will consider whatever the example we have given for mechanical here, whatever the example we gave for mechanical system, mechanical translator system, mass is replaced with J, and input is f of t, output is actually theta, right? If it is a rotational system, in previous class we have discussed. Now for torque voltage analogy, what we are getting from that equation is t is equal to j into d square theta by dt square plus b into d theta by dt plus k theta. V of t, this is for a voltage circuit, same circuit we will be considering, that is L into dq, sorry, dq by dt square plus r into dq by dt plus q by c, right? We will be comparing these two for torque to voltage analogy, right? What we get here, actually it is not t, it is j, right? It is j actually. So just compare this, j is analogous to L, b is analogous to R, k is analogous to 1 by c, theta is analogous to q, and t is analogous to v, right? And what is left? Current. So d by dq, this d by dq or d theta by dt, right? Actually angular velocity, d theta by dt is equal to angular velocity, which is equal to dq by dt, that is current. So torque is analogous to L, sorry, now it is actually voltage, right? J is analogous to L, sorry, just delete this. Torque is analogous to voltage, we will write it like this, V of t, or yeah, V of t, and J is analogous to L, B is analogous to R, K is analogous to 1 by C, and what is left? B theta, t is over, J is over, B is over, and K. Angular velocity, yeah, omega, actually angular velocity is this one, right? Angular displacement, derivative of angular displacement, that will be representing usually omega is equal to d theta by dt, right? Omega is equal to, now what is that here? dq by dt, that is equal to I is equal to dq by dt. dq by dt, right? By comparing angular voltage omega is angular velocity omega is equivalent to current I. Then what is left? Moment of inertia is done, and k is done. Torque, moment of inertia b, yeah, 1 2 3 4 5, and resistance is b, yeah, resistance b, j, j is a charge, yeah. Then displacement, what is the angular displacement actually? Angular displacement is theta. Here it is charge q. So these are the analogous terms for torque to voltage. Similarly, we'll write it for torque to current. So for the same set of equations, we'll replicate in terms of torque to, fourth one is torque to current analogy. Current analogy. I'll be giving the brief notes of mine. No need to bother about the handwriting or notes of it. I'll be giving my notes. I'll be mailing you the soft copy of it. Right. So we'll write it for torque. T is equal to J into d square theta by dt square plus B into d theta by dt plus k theta, and what is I of t? I of t is equal to C into d square phi by dt square plus 1 by r d phi by dt plus phi by L. Right, we are just comparing the previous current circuit what we solved before with torque equation. This is as similar as the above set which we did. Torque is analogous to current here. J is analogous to C, B is analogous to 1 by R, K is analogous to 1 by L, theta is analogous to phi, and d theta by dt is analogous to d phi by dl. That's it, the 6 parameters we have to write. T is analogous to current here, I of t. Angular velocity or J is analogous to C, B is analogous to 1 by R, then K is analogous to 1 by L. Angular velocity, that is d theta by dt, that actually is equal to omega, that is analogous to d phi by dt. What is that? That is d phi by dt is nothing but the voltage, right? This is nothing but the voltage V. Then what is left? Phi. Theta is analogous to phi. Angular displacement analogous to flux. So these are the terms for torque to current, right? That's it for today's class. We'll be discussing on concepts of feedback and effects of different aspects of feedback with the system performance in the next class. Right? Thanks for your attention. We will be checking with what is the concept of feedback and effects of feedback with various elements, right? Various performances, how the system performance varies when I am introducing some element in the feedback, or when I am changing the feedback sensor or whatever. Like we'll be discussing with different aspects of feedback in the next class. Thanks for your attention. We'll see you in the next class.